fancy, like a party outfit, you're fine.
And the more bling, the better.
The more bling, the better.
There you go. And, folks, whatever state you're in, whatever country you're in, even if you're next door to this station, listen to what Karen is telling you. This is a grown-up, fancy affair. Please, I am asking you nicely, no flip-flops, no cut-off shorts, no T-shirts, none of that stuff. If you want to dress like that, go down to the beach and play, but not at this event. And, and remember, everybody, bring an unwrapped toy or book or clothing, something, and help Karen and her staff with these 18,000 children that are on the list this year, and it'll probably be more before the event happens. You know, bring that unwrapped toy.
Yeah.
You know, and enjoy the event. I mean, it's going to make you feel good all year.
It's a wonderful event, and it does a whole lot of good for a whole lot of families, and that's what it's all about.
It is. And Karen, thank you so much for your time. And thank you. And I will be talking to you next week. Hopefully we can get you on one more time right before the event starts.
Okay.
Like maybe right after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
If we have time, if you're going to be in town.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not going anyplace.
Okay, honey. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Bev.
You're welcome.
God bless. Bye-bye.
Same, mate. Bye-bye. She is such a cool lady. You guys got to meet her. You really got to meet this woman. They're looking at me like a deer in the headlight look. Like, duh, gee, George. Okay, now we have Paul and Leo from Design Air. And if you just tuned in, you're listening to Let's Go Shopping with Bev right here on KCAA 1050 AM, the station that leaves no listener behind. And Joe is our board op. All right, so who would like to be the first spokesperson?
Okay, I guess.
Leo, why do you always point to Paul? Okay, take it away, Paul.
All right, Bev, I want to thank you for having us back on the air again with you.
You're welcome.
What do you want to start with?
Well, first of all, let's do a small review. Because a couple of weeks ago when you were here and if somebody forgot, they should not forget anything we say on this show. But if they happen to do that, let's start from the beginning. Your company now is almost 14 years old now, isn't it?
We're 13 years this year.
13 this year. Okay, that was my mistake. And how did you get started?
Okay, back in 2001, I decided to go ahead and start my own company. I was working full-time for another company at the time. And we went ahead and just started taking phone book ads out. And I was doing full-time after my full-time job at night. And finally my wife decided, she said, it's either this job or your new job. So we went ahead and stopped working for my old company and decided to take a chance, and we went on by ourselves, and we've been going strong ever since.
I love them kind of stories. And aren't you happy, and I bet your wife is absolutely thrilled that you made that decision?
Sometimes.
We ain't going there. That's another story.
You know, she has to put up with a lot of long hours, but people don't realize that it does take a lot to start a company and to run a company.
That I know from experience for many years. Yeah. And one has to really be totally true with themselves.
Absolutely.
Before they make that decision. And once you do it, you better know what you're getting into.
And a lot of people don't realize that.
Yeah, they think it's so easy. And what gets me giggling is everybody looks at a restaurant. They don't see a restaurant. Oh, this is a gold mine here. They figured they like to cook at home so they can open up to a restaurant. They have no blooming idea, you know, what they
Careful
are
what
doing.
you say there, Bev.
Yeah, I know. I caught it, Joe. And
do I need to have my finger on the dump button?
Hey, after 320 shows, you haven't done that yet, but you never know, huh?
Hey,
the first time for everything. And so now it's you, your wife, and your two daughters.
Yes.
Right. And then your full team behind you.
Then I have Leo, and then I have two other service techs also.
So that's pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, do you party afterwards? Do you guys get together and watch Super Bowl Sunday and all that good stuff?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Or you just say, go home, I seen you enough?
Exactly.
Who's going to be in the Super Bowl this year?
I have no idea. I haven't even watched the game yet this year.
Oh, you know what? Me too. I'm working Sundays here now, and just forget about football now for me.
Oh, we got to fix that.
Well,
We got to get a baby TV in here with no sound on it, and then you can look at it while you're doing your work.
I would be.
Well, we know Green Bay will never make Super Bowl this year, unfortunately. That's all I'm going to say about it. And so, now, Paul, please tell everybody, we're still going to review a little bit. When we were talking to you and Leo a couple of weeks ago about this, matter of fact, before I ask that question, did you guys start your Christmas shopping?
No, not yet.
No.
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Your normal husband, you wait till the last second and...
The day before.
The day before, right. Okay, well, I came up with this idea, again, on the freeway, thinking, what a lovely gift to give to yourself and your family, or your mom and dad, or grandpa and grandpa, auntie, uncle, whoever needs a new heater and air. Now, I want you to pick it up from there and explain to everybody why this is such a terrific idea.
Okay, well, heating and air, people don't realize that is the biggest expense in your house, okay, for not only purchasing but also for usage. Summertime, when you have these high electric bills, we can cut electric bills tremendously during the summertime and also during the wintertime. You got to realize that people, if you don't have a really high electric bill during the summertime, it's because people are scared to run the air conditioner. And we see that all the time. They say, I keep it at 80 degrees, 82 degrees, and they still have the $200 or $300 electric bill. If you purchase before summer, when summer gets here, you can enjoy it. You can actually run it at the temperature that you would like. You can save a ton of money. Mm-hmm. And you're not suffering through the summertime, and you're not going to have to worry about a major breakdown during the summertime where you have to call somebody out there that's going to charge you $700, $800 to do a basic repair on your system.
Because if you do it off-season, number one, it's going to be easier on you and your family and the company that you go with, which should be Design Air. Did you hear that, everybody? Design Air. Okay. And it will be less of a financial burden, because if you wait to the last minute when the snow is coming down and you're losing power because of the trees and the snow and yada 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 and all this other stuff, nobody's going to come out on your roof and climb up on your roof or the side of your house trying to put in a new air conditioner. They can't make it up the hill.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So do it now.
Absolutely. And what people don't realize, a lot of people say, we even have customers calling right now and say, it's broken, but it's another week of warm weather. I think I'll wait another week and get it fixed, or I'll get another heater in another month from now. If you wait, when it gets cold, everybody turns them on, then everybody starts breaking. Then you're going to wait a week or two for somebody to come out to your house.
And the higher the price.
Well, not for us. It's not. Okay.
Oh, that's right, because you guys are the good guys.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Yeah, we do keep our prices real reasonable for the customers. We are family owned and operated, so we don't have the salesmen that come out and have to raise the price 25% on a new system. We don't have service techs that are on commission, which when you get a service technician out to your house and they're on commission, they're going to sell you parts. They're going to sell you new equipment because they make a percentage of what they sell. My guys, when they come out to your house, it's either they're going to fix it if it's fixable, and they're going to replace what needs to be fixed. That's it. They're not going to start replacing parts just because they're going to make more money on replacing parts.
And that reminds me, I'd like you and Leo to tell all of our listeners the story. What happened to that poor gentleman? The story you were telling me earlier. I mean, that made me so sad when I heard that. We
had an elderly gentleman call us. It was about a month ago, and he had one of the larger companies out here come to his house in Sun City. And the first thing he asked me was, I have a 2.5-ton unit on top of my roof. What would you charge me just to change it out? And I gave him the price. I said, well, you're probably looking around $5,000 to $6,000. And he said, okay. He said, I've called you and 2 other companies, and they told me about that price. He said, let me tell you what happened. He said, this company came out here, and they changed it out for me. He said they charged me, it was close to $14,000, and they said they needed cash. He was crying on the phone, and he told me, what can I do? He said he was a retired teacher, fixed income. I went ahead and called a friend of mine at the district attorney's office. And then, in turn, they went ahead and called somebody at the housing authority. And they were dealing with that from there. Because it's just, that's what happens when you call a really big company out to your house. And everybody's on commission. And people don't realize that when you have a really large company and they have 30, 40 trucks, you're paying for everybody's gas.
Mm-hmm.
You're paying for workers' comp for everybody. You're paying for these guys to turn their lights on in this huge building. You're paying for everything, and that's where these costs come in. When you deal with a smaller company like us, you don't have to deal with that. You're dealing with me. I come out to the house. I'm the owner. I do my installs with my guys. So we cut out everything. We can keep the costs. I'm sometimes $8,000 to $10,000 cheaper than these other guys, and I'm installing better equipment than they are.
And what's good about it is you're family-owned. You've been here 13 years. Probably you're going to be around for another 150 years, as long as we have heaters and air conditioning. You know, who knows what's going to happen in the future? We may have a little spaceman or something. I don't know. And you stand behind your product.
Absolutely.
And I love when you told me that when you hire somebody, they go out with you personally. The new worker goes out with you for 2 weeks. And if they don't cut it on the first or second day, they're gone. You say bye-bye. They're done.
Absolutely.
You know, not too many companies will do that.
No. When I used to work for other companies, they would just hand me the keys and say, here you go, see you later. And they don't know what I know. I mean, I can go out there and, you know, I can mess systems up and I can intentionally burn stuff up, and they're not going to know. And that's why we take a lot of pride in our company. My guys, all the guys that work for me now are trained by me. And when my guys get trained, I have David, who's been with me for 7 years. So my new guys work between myself and David. And they're trained. And they're trained the right way. So I know when they go out to the job, it's done the way I do the work, and it's done right. I mean, very seldom we do installs. Very seldom do we have any issues with inspectors. The inspectors know us. We've done over 80 installs since March. We've had almost zero issues with inspectors. They like our work. It's fantastic. I've had more inspectors tell us they've never seen work done like this. It's really good. It's really clean. We're in, we're out. Some of these companies take 4 and 5 days to do installs. Typically, we're in 1 day. Everything. Mm-hmm. We're done. And it's fast. We're clean. You never know we're even there at your house.
And that's good because you want people in and out.
Absolutely.
You know, and the longer they take, the higher the price goes.
Absolutely.
You know, and you're saying, come on, enough is enough. It's like when we're talking about some of these companies, they're like used car salespeople. You go onto the lot, the car's put together with spit and glue and duct tape, and now since duct tape comes in all different colors, you know, whatever the color of the car is, they can use the duct tape, and they don't care.
Right.
You know, and you guys care.
Right. There's no pride with a lot of companies out there. When they have 50, 60 guys out there, they're just out there just to make money, and that's all they're out there for. We're out there to take care of our customers and build a really good reputation, which we have over the last 13 years, and that's why we are still in business.
And also, let's bring up the other thing, too, to help the owners when they get the heater and the air conditioning done, whatever. Also, this is a good time to go through your houses and see if there's any drafts coming through the windows or around your doors. If it is, put the insulation. They have them little strip things that you can put around the windows and the doors and stuff to start it. Check your attics. Make sure you have enough insulation, because people don't have enough insulation. They're going, where's this cold air coming from?
Absolutely.
You know, do that. And then at nighttime, remember, some people don't like window treatments or shades or something. It's good to do it because even though you feel warm, that cold air is going to come through that window. In the evening, before it gets real late and real cold in the house, shut your window treatments. You know, and it's another cover between you and the thing, you know, and see what happens there, right?
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely, yes.
Yes. And then also your garages. Make sure your garage door's shut. You don't know how many times I get home late in the evening and I'm going up through the neighborhood and everybody forget to shut your garage door. I mean, you might as well don't even have the heat on or you want to pay for the whole neighborhood's heat. You know, come on, shut them doors, right?
Absolutely. And that's why when we offer heat and air, a lot of people, the first thing they say is, I don't have the money. It's really expensive. Yes, it can be really expensive if you go with the wrong company. We do offer the Hero program. That's through Riverside and San Bernardino counties. It's no money out of your pocket up front at all. We come in there, we do a professional install, super high